At my graduation dinner, my parents handed me a disownment letter while my sister filmed it. I smiled, thanked them, and walked out. They had no idea what I'd already set in motion. The restaurant was one of those overpriced places with crystal chandeliers and servers who whisper. My mom had made reservations 3 months in advance. Said it was to celebrate me finishing law school. Top of my class at Stanford. When I arrived, they were already seated. My dad at the head of the table in his navy suit. My sister next to my mom, phone already in her hand. That should have been my first warning. Dinner started normal enough. My dad ordered expensive wine without asking anyone. My mom talked about her trip to the Hamptons. My sister complained about her interior designer. Then dessert came. My sister's phone came up, angled directly at me, the little red recording light glowing. My mom reached into her designer bag and pulled out a manila envelope. "Sweetheart, your father and I have been discussing your future," she said, sliding it toward me. "We think it's time you learn to stand on your own 2 feet. You're a lawyer now," my dad added. "You don't need us anymore." Inside were legal documents. Notarized and signed. A formal disownment letter. Removal from the will. Termination of all financial support. They'd been thorough. My sister kept recording, probably hoping I'd cry or make a scene they could laugh about at their country club later. Instead, I read through the papers slowly, let the silence stretch. Then I folded them neatly, placed them back in the envelope, and looked up. "Thank you," I said simply. My mom blinked. "What?" "Thank you. This is very generous of you." I stood up, gathering my purse. "I appreciate you going to all this trouble. The lawyer fees must have been substantial." My dad's face darkened. "You're not gonna make a scene?" "Why would I? You've just given me the most valuable gift I could ask for. Freedom from all of you." I walked out without looking back. Here's what they didn't know. 3 years earlier, I'd overheard them in my dad's study on Thanksgiving, talking about how I was a waste of money, how I'd never marry well, how I'd probably end up some public defender making $30,000 a year. That night, I went back to law school and met with my professor. Told her I needed to learn everything about building wealth independently. For the next 3 years, she mentored me in corporate law, estate planning, investment strategy, everything. During my second year, I started consulting on the side. Small cases at first, contract reviews for startups, legal structures for new businesses. I built a reputation for being fast, thorough, and discreet. Then I found DataStream. 3 Stanford dropouts with brilliant cybersecurity technology, but a disaster of a business structure. I offered to fix their entire legal framework in exchange for equity. 2% of the company. They agreed. The company exploded. Went from 3 people in a garage to 50 employees in 6 months. By the time I graduated, DataStream had just been acquired by a major tech corporation for $800 million. My 2% stake was worth $16 million. I'd kept it completely quiet. The money sat in investment accounts I'd built myself, protected by legal structures my family knew nothing about. They thought I was just boring, awkward little me who couldn't catch a husband. The week before graduation, I'd already had my own attorney draw up papers renouncing any future claims to family assets. I was ready to cut them off myself, but they beat me to it and made it so much sweeter. After that dinner, I bought a penthouse in Pacific Heights. Cash offer. 3 bedrooms, views of the bay. Then I started my own law firm with my professor. We specialized in tech startups. 18 months later, I ran into my parents at a coffee shop. I was meeting a client, the CEO of a $3 billion company. My parents' faces when they saw us together was priceless. 2 years after the dinner, they started calling. Turns out my dad made terrible investments and lost everything. They were about to lose their house. My mom wanted to reconnect. My sister sent desperate emails. My dad showed up at my office begging for $750,000. I sent them each the same response, a copy of their own disownment papers with one line at the bottom. "You taught me that family is a privilege, not a guarantee. You revoked that privilege. The lesson was learned."